family, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ruth and I blog on nursing, health, fitness and lifestyle. In this video I'm going to be explaining and I'm going to be listing out the step-by-step process of relocating to the UK as an international nurse. If you're a nurse in your country, you're already a registered nurse in your country and you wish to come into the UK to practice as a nurse, these are the step-by-step things you need to follow. Alright, so let's get into this video. The NHS nursing vacancies are at a high record at this point. So at every point in time, the United Kingdom always need nurses. So if you're hearing something that they're saying, oh, UK don't need nurses again, you don't need to come to UK or stuff, no, those are just rumor. You need to dust your books, pick your exams up, and write this exam. These are the exams you can ace. Process for nurses who train outside the EEA. That's if you trained outside the United Kingdom or outside Europe, there are some processes you need to take before you can get registered as a nurse in the United Kingdom. Alright, so there are different steps you have to follow. The first steps I will talk about is the obtaining the qualifications and NMC registration. So what you first need to do is to go onto the NMC portal, that's NMC UK portal. That's the Nursing and Midwifery Council of United Kingdom. That is a portal because it has just one body regulating their nursing bodies. Get onto this portal, you have to be eligible for the NMC registration with some evidence, and the evidence they want is you have your English language skills. So the English language at the moment, they consider you can use two examinations, which is the IELTS or the OET. For the IELTS, you have to have a minimum of 7 in each component. Minimum of 7, but exception in writing, you can have 6.5 in writing, or you can have an OET with a minimum of B and an exception of C in writing. Now, if you have you can combine two IELTS results. I know sometimes it's difficult for someone to get to sail through in one IELTS result. So obviously you can combine two IELTS results together. And combining two IELTS results, you have to make sure that's called clubbing. That is when you club two IELTS results together. You have to make sure the minimum you have in each of these components is not less than 6.5. If you have any 6 in any of the results, you won't be able to use the result again. And for you to club two IELTS results, you have to have on the condition, it has to be on a condition that you have sat for this test within 6 months. That's the 2 tests within 6 months, and also you have also taken this course. Yeah, all the results, the scores are on nothing less than 6.5. When your IELTS exam is settled, now let me tell you something. IELTS is one exam people feel like, oh, see, this is an English exam. If I can do it, you can do it. This is something you can go for, okay? So IELTS exam is nothing that should be feared. Just go for it. When you put your mind there, this is something you're going to escape. You're going to ace it. You are really just going to ace it, okay? So when your IELTS results is sorted and all that is sorted already, what you need to do is to register for your CBT examination. This is the computer-based training examination, and to be eligible for NMC registration, you must also prove the evidence and knowledge skills. So this CBT test will provide you with about 140 multiple choice question based on nursing competencies. And the CBT is available in almost all countries around the world, and also the questions for the CBT are scored either as correct or incorrect, and there is no partial biases. All right, so a certain proportion of the questions will be critical and will relate to patients. It will relate to patient and public safety. So you must actually pass the critical question. The CBT examination is something that can be passed, all right? So have that at the back of your mind. Now, when all that is sorted, you've gotten your CBT examination, you've gotten your IELTS results, you've passed all that. All what you need to do next is to apply for you have to submit there are some documents you have to submit on the NMC portal you've opened initially. You have to pay for your fee, which is a registration fee, and also NMC is going to check your documents and what you sent. NMC is going to contact your school. They're going to get for a proof that you're actually a registered nurse in your country. And when all this is sorted, NMC is going to provide you a decision letter. A decision letter is what you are going to use, and you're going to need this decision letter. When you have this decision letter, this is time for you to start searching for employer. You can search for employer by different means. There are different means where you can get employer into the UK. The first means you can go is go onto track. Track is where almost every hospitals in the UK put their vacancies. So you start applying to different hospitals or different trusts or care homes, preferably anyone you want. You can start with anything you want. You apply to this, you apply to all this, and you start getting, at this point you start getting you start getting interviews, and most times the employer, you might be lucky to get an employer that will say, oh, most of them they're going to interview you via Skype. All right, so make sure you're ready to get interviewed via Skype, because you can definitely come to the UK. But if you are in the UK already, you can have the option of going to the hospital or to the location. So when you're applying, you can make sure you tell them you want a Skype interview for you. Anyway, they will know that you're not in the UK. It depends on the address you've put. All right. So when you've gotten an employer, this is one big ordeal you've passed, and I would say congratulations to you, because when you've gotten an employer, almost everything is sorted. Okay, your employer is now going to work on your certificate of sponsorship. That is called the COS. The certificate of sponsorship is very, very important, because this is what is going to use. This is what you're going to use to apply for your visa, and you're going to be applying for the Tier 2 visa, which is now called the Health and Social Care visa. At this point, it's no more Tier 2 visa if you're coming as a nurse. So what you just need to do is to go onto gov.uk, start your registration, apply for yourself or for your family and for your children, for your husband. All of you, make sure you apply together. Arrive into the UK, and when you arrive into the UK, this is time you have to settle down. You have to adapt your visa. Most times the visa decision can take days or weeks. It depends on the type of visa you apply for, either it's priority visa or just the standard visa. But maximum, I think within 21 days you should be able, 21 days you should get a decision from the visa. And when you apply for your visa, you're going to be getting ready, packing your loads, picking things, and all, you're ready to move. This is the time for you to resign. During this process, you can submit 1 month resignation letter, advancement in your workplace, like telling them wherever you're working at the moment, you will be resigning, you'll be relocating, and all that. And when that is done, you come into the UK, you travel, and you come in and settle down. And this is time for you to start preparing for the final examination. This final examination has to be done in the UK. That's called the Osce examination, because this is a practical examination. You can't do it outside. You've done your IELTS somewhere else, and you've done your CBT in your country, but you have to come into the UK to write your Osce examination. So the Osce examination can be done in 3 different locations at the moment. It can be done in either University of Northampton, in the Oxford Brookes University, also University, which is in Northern Ireland. So when you are happy with this, your employer will definitely start preparing for you for your Osce examination. At this point, you're going to be a pre-registered nurse, and you will be working as a pre-registered nurse at this point. When you're ready for your examination, for your Osce examination, don't forget you're going to book for your Osce examination when you come into the country. And this, I'm sure your employer is happy to book your examination for you at this point. So when you're ready to sit for your Osce and you're sure you have prepared enough, I have some Osce examination videos I've done on my channel. I'm going to link that in my description button. I also have some CBT examination preparation I've done on my channel. I'm going to link that in my description button also. Go through that, and I'm sure if you go through all this, you will be ready to ace your examination. All right. So what is the next thing to do when you've passed your OSCE? I'm going to wish you double congratulations, because you are now a registered nurse in the United Kingdom, and this is when you can say you are a proud UK RN. So the process is just as simple as that. It's not a really cumbersome process, but it's something with determination. It's something you can just do within few months of writing the examination, passing the examination, and you'll be all done, ready and set to come into the United Kingdom. All right, thank you guys for watching my video. I hope this video you've been able to learn something from this video. Share my video with your friends and colleagues, and for every other one person who is interested in coming into the UK as a registered nurse. And my name is Ruth. I'm always your colleague and your professional colleagues. Always, you can link me up and meet me up on my Instagram page, and I'll be ready to answer any of your questions. All right, thank you guys. See you in my next video. Bye.